man, never done one of these before. So like, normal artists will typically have a well thought out plan or schedule, you know? If a deadline is coming, they tend to like work until it shows up, like they have it prepped. Me, however, is not normal. I started this 2 days before the event was due. But let's get into the nitty grit. The idea behind this drawing is fairly simple. Just make a super form for the Fidel GamesCage. Easy, normal, valid, yeah? Makes sense. No. What you'll see in this time lapse is a sample of what I'm planning to do for a proper Super Fidel. Expect changes between this drawing and that eventual design. Also be nice about my mic, it's hot in here. As for this form's inspiration, I believe it was Emmy Stations on Twitter who proposed the idea that Sonic characters could have more unique super forms than just the standard, yellow glowy, boost of power, all that jazz. And I was thinking, hey, that's pretty neat. Let's try that for GamesCage. This would be really funny. So, the work began. Fidel is the hype guy. You know it, I know it, we all know it. So obviously the form has to be based on this. So, after achieving the SEPN hype trains and collecting 50 subs, Fidel GamesCage becomes the Hyper Fidel GamesCage. Yes, you have to pronounce it that way. You don't get a choice. A form known for its ability to turn hype phrases into actual attacks. Now as for the colors, that's being worked on as we speak. For now, it'll just be pink. You will live with pink. But down the line, the plan is to change it because, Fidel initially started his journey as a Super Saiyan, but later would just sort of become one of us, become base form. For the pink character though, it's hard to decide what would be like a suitable substitute, so for the time being, it'll be pink, but when I get a finished thing, with like a proper design, it'll have a different color. Hopefully, we'll have to see. So unironically, while recording this is completely off the cuff, I realized there is a full minute of like no audio covered, so I'm half tempted to just let it roll. Y'all can take in the spectacle of the piece, because this is a fairly short video overall. I think it's perfectly fine for everybody to just sort of take in what I do, witness the process, watch me cook. But of course, one small thing. For those of you who may not have been interested in the copious amount of editing I did earlier in the video, I do have plans to upload just the full time lapse of this, no editing, just raw footage, on my channel, which I'll have plugged at the end of the video. Wow! Okay, and last thing. I did leave a special message for Mr. GamesCage at the end of the video. You guys scroll to the end, you'll see it. If you want to skip over the time-lapse stuff, just make sure that you at least catch that before continuing on with the rest of the show. Unfortunately, due to the amount of crush, I actually did not complete the last bit of rendering on recording. So I'm just gonna literally jump to the final thing, like it'll just jump cut, and you won't even know. I really hope you enjoyed this, Fidel. Jokes aside, your streams have been very helpful during a pretty crazy 1.5 years for me, and I can't wait to see what the rest of it'll bring. Thanks, man.